Hey guys, it's Hisako again. I thought I would make a little video to actually talk a little bit about how I got into Geisha Henshin in the first place. So a little bit of my backstory of how I got here. I do apologize. I've lost my voice a little bit, so it's a little cracking a little bit. But we had gone to a baseball game the other night, and I was shouting and excited and. So I've lost a little bit of my voice, so please bear with me. But yeah, I would love to talk a little bit about how I got into this. So prior to getting into Geisha Henshin, I actually used to be a cosplayer. Probably have figured that out. I still, occasionally once in a blue moon, dabble with the idea of cosplay, but I pretty much kind of left that community to kind of focus solely on Geisha Henshin. But originally I started out doing cosplay, which I enjoyed very much. Not as much as I enjoy doing this, though. It wasn't really a passion of mine. It was just something I really enjoyed doing because I love costumes and makeup and wigs and just, completely transforming into somebody else. I just think that's such a cool thing. So, but my husband and I had gotten married last June, and we decided to go to Japan for our honeymoon in October of 2023. So, we were going to hit up a bunch of different cities. We were staying in Tokyo, but we were also going to be visiting Kyoto and Osaka as well. So I had been to Japan once before, but this was my first time going to some of the major cities. Since last time I went, I was 14 years old and I stayed in a small town as like a summer program. So I didn't get to see the major cities. But one of the things that my husband actually surprised me with was he had booked me a experience in Kyoto, right there in Gion, in the main geisha district, with a business that goes by the name of Gion Aya, and they actually do geisha henshin. So for a fee, you can go, you book an appointment, which I highly recommend doing in advance since they do book up pretty quick. It's a very popular service. But you book an appointment with them and you go and you can transform into either a geisha or a maiko, whichever you would prefer. Maiko tends to be the more popular of the two. I see a lot of people do maiko. But yeah, it's an incredible experience, and it's something I've wanted to do for a very long time, ever since I heard about it many years ago. I was like, oh, if I ever go to Japan one day, I'm going to do this. But I didn't think it would ever happen. It was just a fun fantasy. I was like, it's never going to happen. So when my husband surprised me with a booking for it, I was like, oh, wow, like, I'm excited. And I was nervous, but also really excited because I wanted to do this for a long time, and I've had an interest with geisha ever since I was like in elementary school. So I was like, wow. I didn't realize how incredible of an experience it actually would be. Like, I knew it would be fun and I knew it would be exciting. I had no idea the journey it would actually take me on and how much it would inspire me. So we had gone there in October to do that. And, the staff there is very, very friendly. They're wonderful. They do a great job at what they do. I hope I get a chance to go back, even though I've learned how to do my own geisha henshin, just because they're so nice and the whole experience is so incredible. Like, I would do it again as many times as I could, just because. But there was just something so magical about that moment. I can't even put into words or describe how I felt. It was like after, they had transformed me, I opted to do the geisha option, so I wanted to look more like mature. I was just blown away. Like, the first time I saw myself in the mirror after they'd done the kimono and the wig and everything, I was just, wow. Like, no words. I was literally blown away. I don't think I had ever felt more beautiful in my life besides that moment. The only other time I think I'd felt that beautiful was probably my wedding day. So, I just, it was so magical. That's the best way to describe it. And we actually had the chance to walk around the streets a little bit, do some photos outside, and kind of like see people and scenery and things like that while dressed up. And there was just like this incredible feeling of walking down the same streets in Gion that actual geisha have walked down for a long, long time. And I was like, I felt like I was so immersed in the experience. It was a completely immersive experience. I was just, again, blown away. And I was like, wow, I want to capture this again. Like, there's nothing more amazing than that. And so when we returned to the States, I immediately started figuring out, like, how can I do this myself at home? How can I bring this back with me? and what I learned when I was there in the brief time that I was there. And so I started doing a ton of research. I started collecting kimono, learning how to do henshin, how to do the makeup, you know, everything. And I learned so much more than just how to dress up. It's just learning everything I have about geisha culture. And that's when I made the decision to kind of leave cosplay behind and transition into just focusing on henshin. Because I realized at that point, I'm like, this is it. This is what I want to do, you know? It had been years since I had been truly passionate about something. A lot has gone on in my life, particularly in the last year and a half. There's been a lot of things in my personal life. And so I kind of lost a lot of hope in a lot of things. But something about doing henshin just makes me feel like I've come alive again in a way. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it's amazing. I would recommend anybody try this. Like, if you want an incredible experience, try this, you know? Yeah, it's just been so amazing. So, a little bit about how I got into it. But yeah, we basically went to Kyoto, did the experience, and after that, the rest is history. I was like, we're done with cosplay. We just do this now. So, I have zero regrets. I'm so incredibly happy working with this. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. I will put more information in the description, including how to get in touch with Gion Aya as well if you're going to be in the Kyoto area at some point in time. I highly recommend booking with them. It's a once in a lifetime experience. And the staff is incredible. They're super friendly. Love everything about them, and it's just, you have to do it. I don't even know what else to say. You have to do it. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed listening to a little bit about how I got inspired into doing geisha henshin, and I will see you guys in the next video. So you guys have a great day, take care, and stay safe. See you.